Have you ever paused to truly ponder why certain individuals seem to inexplicably withdraw from your presence, offering no discernible explanation for their sudden retreat? Or perhaps you've observed how, upon your entry into a room, heads instinctively pivot in your direction, not always out of overt admiration, but occasionally and undeniably with a distinct expression of confusion, even a palpable sense of discomfort. What underlying dynamic compels some souls to be drawn to you with an almost magnetic force, only to abruptly recoil as though they've encountered something profoundly real, something perhaps too raw or too intense for their immediate comprehension? It is crucial that you understand you are not being overly dramatic. You are not too much in any pejorative sense. What is genuinely occurring is that you are powerful, imbued with an inherent strength, a profound resonance, and that power manifests itself in ways that are overtly evident and deeply impactful in your interactions with the world around you. This profound insight, this journey of self-recognition, is dedicated specifically to those who have perpetually felt a sense of disjunction, a persistent feeling of not quite belonging or fitting in throughout their lives. This feeling doesn't stem from a deficit of personal worth or value, but rather from the inherent possession of an indefinable quality, an essence that others struggle to categorize or comprehend. It is a formidable force, an inner fire, a distinct vibrational frequency that quite simply most people are not yet adequately prepared to confront, to engage with, or to fully absorb. Your aura, that subtle yet undeniable energetic emanation that precedes your physical arrival, speaks with an intensity and resonance that far surpasses the mere volume of your spoken words. It enters a room, a space, a consciousness, long before your physical form does, and it communicates in a profound unspoken language that only those who have diligently embarked upon the arduous journey of internal awakening, of deep self-discovery and spiritual growth, are truly capable of understanding. When your energetic signature reaches this potent level of amplification, when your soul has diligently undertaken the extensive and often challenging inner work transforming raw pain into distilled wisdom, transmuting adversity into profound insight, your trajectory through life fundamentally deviates from the conventional path trodden by the majority. You navigate the world with a palpable presence, an intrinsic gravitas that implicitly demands honesty, that subtly but firmly calls for authenticity from those with whom you interact. You occupy a space, both physically and energetically, in such a way that, without any overt intention on your part, you inadvertently compel those in your vicinity to confront their own latent shadows, their unacknowledged truths, their deepest seated fears and insecurities. You possess no inherent need to raise your voice to be heard. Paradoxically, your very silence, an imposing and tranquil stillness, articulates volumes of profound meaning and unspoken understanding. And while a certain segment of individuals will genuinely admire and appreciate your unique essence, another, often larger faction will profoundly misinterpret you. They will invariably label you as intimidating, when in reality their discomfort stems from an unfamiliarity with the unwavering conviction of someone who genuinely does not pursue external validation, someone who is securely self-affirmed from their own profound inner core. They will perceive you as distant or aloof when in truth, your seemingly detached demeanor is a deliberate and conscious act of safeguarding your inner peace, a vigilant preservation of your emotional sanctuary from discordant influences and draining energies. They will categorize you as too intense, when what they are truly attempting to articulate, perhaps even to themselves, is, "You make me feel emotions and confront realities that I have diligently and often successfully avoided for a considerable period of time." This, in essence, is the inevitable cost of possessing such intrinsic power, the natural consequence of radiating an energy so palpably authentic and potent. Not every individual possesses the internal capacity, the emotional fortitude, or the energetic resonance required to assimilate or comfortably sustain themselves within such a force field. And when this profound energy radiates from you with seemingly effortless grace, when it is intrinsically woven into the very fabric of your purposeful walk, the deliberate choice of your words, the profound depth of your accumulated wisdom, and the unshakable awareness of your own inherent worth, you will inevitably begin to discern recurring patterns in the reactions and behaviors of those around you. People will often gaze intently at you, yet conspicuously avoid engaging in direct conversation. They will feel profoundly seen and acknowledged in your presence, yet simultaneously avert direct eye contact, seemingly unable to sustain the intensity of your gaze, as if it penetrates too deeply into their own being. They will gravitate towards you with an almost irresistible force, only to abruptly recoil with equal swiftness, as though touching an exposed nerve or a raw truth. They will invariably question their own deeply held convictions and established behaviors after having shared even a brief moment or space with you, not because you actively judge them, but rather because your raw, unadulterated authenticity serves as an implacable mirror, reminding them, often uncomfortably, of the truths they themselves have deliberately buried beneath layers of societal conformity, self-deception, and ingrained fear. We will not embellish the reality, nor will we minimize its profound and undeniable impact. If you have ever, at any point in your life, been labeled as too much, if you have experienced the inexplicable sensation of profound solitude while physically surrounded by a bustling crowd, or if you have observed that your energetic presence causes others to behave in peculiar or uncharacteristic ways around you, then consider this an unequivocal confirmation. Your intrinsic power is a palpable reality. Your unique presence is extraordinarily rare and deeply significant, and it is imperative that you now comprehend with precise clarity the profound reasons behind this phenomenon. Because when your aura possesses this extraordinary magnitude, it is far more than just a fleeting vibe. It is a formidable transformative force, a quiet revolution already in dynamic motion that profoundly alters both internal landscapes and external realities for those it touches. Let us now delve into the first 5 undeniable indicators that your aura, your energetic blueprint, possesses an intensity that is simply too overwhelming for the vast majority of individuals to comfortably process or integrate. The initial sign: you exert an intimidating influence over people without uttering a single word. You possess no inherent need to raise your voice or make a clamorous declaration to command attention. You are not actively seeking the spotlight, yet, by some subtle energetic alchemy, eyes invariably find you. Conversations frequently experience perceptible pauses upon your entry into a space. People, both consciously and subconsciously, subtly adjust their demeanor and posture in response to your presence. This phenomenon is not attributable to your attire, your physical stance, or the tone of your voice. It is, rather, an inherent quality of your presence, the potent energy that emanates from your core. You carry yourself with an inherent quiet strength, an unshakable inner certainty that, for those who exist predominantly in states of insecurity or self-doubt, can prove to be profoundly unsettling, even intimidating. It is highly probable that they will categorize you as too much or overbearing, but the underlying truth is that they are simply unaccustomed to the profound and unwavering conviction of an individual who does not actively seek external validation, someone whose self-affirmation emanates from their own deeply rooted internal sovereignty. The second profound indicator: you articulate the truth, even when the truth itself is inherently uncomfortable. You possess neither the inclination nor the patience for trivial small talk, for superficial pleasantries, or for sugar-coated falsehoods that obscure genuine reality. When you discern a fundamental incongruity or a blatant untruth, you articulate it with a clarity and directness that leaves no room for ambiguity. When an individual presents a facade of inauthenticity, you sense it instantly, at a visceral, energetic level, and rather than passively participating in the pretense, you courageously speak up, opting for authenticity over superficial harmony. You fundamentally value truth over fleeting comfort, integrity over convenient deception. This unwavering stance unequivocally distinguishes you in a world that frequently rewards conformity, encourages silence, and praises those who effortlessly blend into the prevailing social fabric. Some will undoubtedly label you as harsh or blunt, but deep within their subconscious they inherently recognize and perhaps even envy your unyielding authenticity. And this particular brand of honesty undeniably compels individuals to confront aspects of themselves that they would far rather ignore, pushing them into an uncomfortable yet ultimately necessary process of introspection and self-reckoning. The third telling sign: you possess an immediate and intuitive ability to discern the true essence of individuals. You are endowed with an innate capacity to observe someone and almost instantaneously comprehend their genuine motivations, their hidden agendas, their underlying character. This is not a mystical ability or a magical gift. It is rather a highly developed manifestation of your profound intuition, an acute sensitivity to energetic realities. You perceive and interpret the energy signatures of people with the same effortless ease with which most individuals read conventional facial expressions. Words, by their very nature, can be a vehicle for elaborate deception, allowing individuals to construct intricate narratives of falsehood, but pure energy, that raw vibrational emanation, fundamentally cannot lie. And you, with your heightened awareness, pick up on these authentic energetic cues with astonishing rapidity. This is precisely why individuals often feel profoundly exposed in your presence. They instinctively know at a subconscious level that they cannot feign authenticity, that they cannot maintain a facade, and precisely because of this profound transparency, they often choose to maintain a deliberate distance. For your aura, by its very nature, demands unvarnished truth, and not every soul is prepared to be perceived with such unflinching clarity, to be stripped bare of their protective masks and pretenses. The fourth intriguing indicator: you exert a powerful magnetic pull on individuals, only to subsequently leave them in a state of profound confusion. Your charisma is undeniably magnetic. People are drawn to you with an almost irresistible force, even if they cannot fully articulate the underlying reason for this compelling attraction. However, once they manage to draw closer, they invariably realize that you are fundamentally unlike anyone they have ever encountered before. You embody a captivating paradox, simultaneously serene yet intensely focused, gentle in your demeanor yet unshakable in your core conviction. You do not conform to conventional social patterns or expectations. You do not actively crave or pursue external attention, yet by some inherent energetic property, you effortlessly draw it towards yourself. And this perplexing dichotomy, this departure from the norm, causes individuals to question every preconceived notion they thought they understood about authentic confidence, genuine presence, and intrinsic power. Your energetic signature, your very being, does not require the sustenance or validation of others. You are self-sufficient, deriving sustenance from your own profound internal wellspring. The fifth and final sign in this initial set: you thrive in solitude. You genuinely revel in your own company and possess no inherent fear of silence. Indeed, you wholeheartedly embrace it as a sacred, fertile space for profound introspection, creative ideation, and profound personal growth. While many others ceaselessly pursue relationships, social gatherings, and crowded environments to fill an internal void, you by contrast embrace solitude as a powerful crucible for self-discovery, a sanctuary where true strength is forged and cultivated in introspection and unwavering autonomy. This profound self-sufficiency and comfort in stillness inherently unsettles individuals who are habitually dependent on others for their sense of completeness, for their emotional sustenance, or for their external validation. They struggle to comprehend how you can not only survive but actively thrive in solitude, how you can experience profound growth in silence, and how you can radiate with such undeniable brilliance without the constant need for external attention or affirmation. But that, precisely, is your superpower. It is this very strength, this inherent self-reliance, that renders your aura so exceptionally rare, so deeply compelling, and for the majority, so utterly overwhelming to encounter. If you have ever felt profoundly misunderstood, unfairly judged, or even actively pushed away by others simply for embodying your authentic self, it is absolutely imperative that you cease blaming yourself. Your energetic essence is not too much. It is quite simply too genuinely authentic, too unvarnished, for individuals who have grown accustomed to, and perhaps even reliant upon, pervasive falsities, elaborate masks, and superficial, shallow conversations. When your aura radiates with such formidable power, it inherently disrupts established energetic patterns. It stirs up profound emotions within others, not because you actively strive to provoke them, but rather because unadulterated truth possesses an inherent quality that often generates discomfort in those who are unprepared to face it. And when you carry that potent truth within your very energy, some will undoubtedly respect you immensely, while others will instinctively retreat from your presence, unwilling or unable to hold the mirror that you, by your mere existence, present to them. Let us now continue to unveil the subsequent signs that further illuminate the profound potency of your aura, offering even deeper insights into the dynamics of your unique energetic footprint. These forthcoming revelations, without a shadow of a doubt, will further open your eyes to the intricate interplay between your powerful presence and the reactions it elicits in the world around you. The sixth profound indicator: you do not pursue people. Instead, you magnetically attract what is authentically aligned with your being. You have definitively shed any lingering desperation for love, for external attention, or for the fleeting validation of others. You have ceased the futile chase after those who, by their very nature or current energetic state, simply do not perceive or appreciate your inherent worth. This cessation stems from a profound and liberating realization: you possess no intrinsic need to cajole or convince anyone to remain in your life. Your energy, in its unfiltered authenticity, speaks volumes for itself. You have meticulously cultivated a deep-seated self-respect, a foundational reverence for your own intrinsic value. You have diligently undertaken the arduous yet immeasurably rewarding journey of inner work, healing old wounds, integrating fragmented aspects of your being, and refining your core essence. And this profound internal transformation inherently dictates that you will unequivocally not lower your meticulously established standards, nor will you compromise your deeply held integrity, simply to keep someone in your orbit. Some individuals, observing this unwavering self-possession, will undoubtedly label you as cold or aloof for such a resolute stance. Yet, in the most intimate recesses of their own consciousness, they secretly yearn to possess even a fraction of the unshakable strength and profound conviction that you so effortlessly radiate. Your capacity to attract only what genuinely resonates with your higher self is a clear manifestation of your internal alignment, a powerful signal that you have cultivated a vibrational frequency that naturally draws in only those who are genuinely ready to resonate in harmony with your authentic truth. You have learned that true abundance in relationships does not reside in the sheer quantity of connections, but rather in the profound quality and intrinsic authenticity of those bonds. This principle of energetic resonance transforms into your unwavering compass, guiding you with precision towards relationships and experiences that truly elevate and nourish your spirit, rather than those that would drain or diminish your vitality. It is a silent yet powerful declaration of your immense self-worth, an undeniable affirmation that you are inherently deserving of deep, meaningful, and genuinely reciprocal connections, and that you will simply not settle for anything less than this profound authenticity. Patience, therefore, becomes not merely a virtue, but a fundamental operating principle, as you implicitly trust that the universe, in its infinite wisdom, will orchestrate the precise encounters that are meant for your highest good, those that will unequivocally honor your unique presence and genuinely contribute to your ongoing evolution and expansion. The seventh compelling sign: you trigger profound reactions in others without any conscious intention. Without even actively trying, your very presence causes others to confront profound aspects of themselves, to face their own hidden truths. Why does this phenomenon occur? Because your unwavering confidence inadvertently exposes their deep-seated insecurities. Your profound inner peace, cultivated through diligent effort, starkly reveals the turbulent chaos that often swirls beneath their own surface. Your raw, unadulterated authenticity renders their elaborate pretenses and carefully constructed masks glaringly obvious and ultimately unsustainable. And consequently, in their discomfort, they may react in a myriad of ways. They may lash out with uncharacteristic aggression. They may abruptly pull away in an attempt to escape the uncomfortable mirror you present, or they may even attempt to undermine your character, to subtly or overtly try to diminish your light. But it is absolutely vital that you internalize and remember this profound truth. Their reaction, irrespective of its form, speaks infinitely more about their own internal state, their own unresolved issues, than it ever does about you. You serve as an unflinching mirror, an unblemished reflection of their own inner reality. And it is a stark fact that not everyone is prepared or even willing to genuinely like what they perceive in their own reflection. This dynamic manifests itself in a multitude of subtle and overtly explicit forms. A casual comment from you, delivered with genuine honesty and utterly devoid of malice, can strike a raw nerve within someone who has diligently been avoiding a particularly uncomfortable truth about themselves. Your simple presence, radiating an undeniable calm and a profound self-acceptance, can cause an individual accustomed to constant external drama or a desperate need for external validation to feel profoundly disoriented, even painfully exposed. The stark contrast between your inherent clarity and their entrenched confusion, between your deep-seated peace and their pervasive inner turmoil, becomes an unbearable incongruity for them. In their attempts to alleviate this internal discomfort, they may resort to various defensive mechanisms. They might engage in unwarranted criticism, disseminate subtle or overt gossip, or even actively attempt to sow seeds of doubt about your character, among others. All of these actions are in essence unconscious defense mechanisms, designed to deflect attention away from their own profound internal disquiet. However, your intrinsic solidity, your unshakable energetic foundation, renders you immune to their attempts to truly disturb your inner equilibrium. You have meticulously developed an impenetrable armor of discernment that empowers you to perceive beyond their projections, allowing you to recognize that their seemingly personal attacks are in their deepest essence either unconscious cries for help or direct expressions of their own unresolved pain and woundedness. The eighth illuminating sign: you possess inherent, natural boundaries that people instinctively sense and respect. You possess no need whatsoever to raise your voice, to demand respect through overt confrontation, or to explicitly delineate your personal space. Your energy, in its profound and silent articulation, intrinsically sets the precise tone for all your interactions. You navigate the world with an undeniable sense of purpose, each step imbued with intention. You occupy and hold space with a deliberate and potent intention, a clear energetic demarcation, and individuals, almost without conscious thought, instinctively comprehend what actions and behaviors are permissible, and more importantly, what are unequivocally not permissible in your immediate vicinity. You categorically do not entertain drama in any of its myriad forms. You do not tolerate manipulation, recognizing its subtle and overt manifestations with acute clarity, and this profound level of self-control, this unshakable personal integrity, is not only exceptionally rare in contemporary society, but also, for those accustomed to brazenly crossing the boundaries of others, profoundly intimidating. Your aura communicates an unequivocal and powerful message. I possess an unshakable understanding of who I am, and I protect that profound truth with an unwavering and resolute determination. This intrinsic manifestation of boundaries is not predicated upon overt confrontation or aggressive assertion, but rather upon a deep-seated energetic clarity and a profound internal alignment. Your energetic field, your very aura, is thus coherent, so strong and so well defined that it passively but effectively dissuades any subtle or overt attempts at energetic invasion, emotional intrusion, or the establishment of energetic disequilibrium. It is as if there exists an invisible yet profoundly palpable energetic barrier that unmistakably communicates your personal sovereignty. Individuals who harbor tendencies to manipulate or exploit others invariably discover that their usual tactics are utterly ineffective when directed towards you. Your inherent authenticity disarms their pretension and renders their manipulative schemes impotent, and your keen discernment prevents them from gaining any advantage or leverage. This unwavering establishment of boundaries is at its core a profound act of self-love, a sacred declaration that your personal well-being, your inner peace, and your energetic integrity are absolutely paramount. It allows your relationships, irrespective of their nature, to unfold upon a solid foundation of mutual respect and unvarnished honesty, rather than degenerating into unhealthy or imbalanced power dynamics. Those who overtly express discomfort with your clearly defined boundaries are, in truth, precisely those individuals who most benefited from your past lack of them, from your previous inability to fully enforce them. The ninth compelling indicator: you inspire individuals to aspire to a higher, more evolved version of themselves. Whether you consciously realize it or not, your very energy serves as an inherent and potent source of inspiration. This profound impact is not attributed to your delivery of eloquent lectures or your engaging in overt preaching, but rather to the undeniable fact that you embody, in your very existence, the principles of sustained growth, rigorous discipline, and an unshakable resilience. You have traversed profound experiences, navigating trials and tribulations that would have undoubtedly shattered the spirits of most individuals, and you have, through sheer force of will and profound inner work, meticulously transformed your deepest pain into an inexhaustible reservoir of potent power. People instinctively sense this. They viscerally feel that profound strength radiating from you. Your personal journey, meticulously shaped by unwavering perseverance and transformative experiences, implicitly challenges them to engage in a profound introspection about their own lives, to meticulously examine their own self-imposed limitations, and to courageously embrace their inherent potential. And while a certain segment of individuals will feel undeniably threatened by the brilliance of your light, others will be eternally grateful for your inspiring example, even if they never articulate that gratitude in spoken words. Your life becomes a living, breathing testament to the extraordinary possibilities that unfold when one courageously embraces challenges, persists with unwavering resolve in the face of adversity, and consistently seeks to embody their highest truth. Observers do not merely perceive your tangible achievements, they also intuitively grasp the intricate internal process of your profound evolution. They comprehend that true power is not serendipitously acquired, but is meticulously forged through deep introspection, unwavering self-discipline, and the inherent courage to bravely confront and ultimately overcome one's own deeply entrenched weaknesses. This realization naturally propels them towards a crucial process of self-examination, compelling them to ponder what extraordinary feats they themselves could achieve if they too dared to fully embrace their own inherent potential. The inspiration that emanates from you is entirely organic, unforced, and profoundly authentic. It is the direct consequence of living your truth with unwavering integrity, and this profound energetic resonance is infinitely more potent and transformative than any eloquent sermon or any unsolicited advice. Your light, rather than dimming or overshadowing others, serves as a powerful invitation, an implicit encouragement for others to ignite their own inner flame, to boldly embark upon their own unique path of self-discovery, and to fully embrace their inherent empowerment. The undeniable truth, often difficult to accept, is that not every single person will inherently like you. Not every single person will truly comprehend the depth and breadth of your being, and assuredly, not every single person will celebrate your existence with genuine joy or admiration. But it is absolutely fundamental that you internalize and assimilate a profoundly liberating truth. You were never predestined to be for everyone. Your inherent true purpose is not to be average, to be endlessly agreeable, or to be effortlessly accepted by the vast majority. You are here in this lifetime to radiate with such extraordinary brilliance, to shine with such unadulterated intensity that your light profoundly awakens others, even if, in the process, that very intensity briefly blinds or profoundly disorients a few individuals along your destined path. If these profound signs resonate deeply with the very essence of your being, if they echo truths you've always felt but perhaps couldn't articulate, then it is absolutely imperative that you cease attempting to shrink your magnificent self to fit into pre-established molds or societal expectations. Instead, courageously continue to expand, to grow, to evolve. Continue to glow with your own unparalleled light, your unique luminescence, and place your unwavering trust in the profound understanding that your energy is powerful for a fundamental and intrinsic reason, a purpose that transcends mere human understanding. A potent aura is not merely about how others perceive you. It is, in its most profound essence, the very manifestation of how you present yourself, how you show up in every single moment of your life. It is the tangible culmination of profound pain that, rather than shattering you, meticulously forged and refined your spirit, of arduous growth that did not arrive without significant effort, but was painstakingly earned through perseverance and dedication, and of uncompromising standards that you steadfastly refuse to lower under any circumstance. Your aura is the silent yet profoundly articulate message you transmit before you even utter a single word. It is the unmistakable signal of your soul, resonating loudly, clearly, and without any filter or pretense. And while this particular energetic signature undeniably attracts greatness, it simultaneously and with equal force repels weakness, dispels fear, and actively pushes away anything that does not align with your deepest, most authentic truth. Let us now proceed with the unfolding of the next series of signs that further illuminate the profound truth that your aura might, in fact, be too powerful for the comfortable assimilation of most individuals. The 10th, deeply insightful sign: you cause silence to reverberate with an amplified intensity. You possess no inherent compulsion or perceived necessity to fill every single moment with spoken words, to engage in constant chatter. You are entirely unafraid of the natural pauses that occur within conversations, nor are you intimidated by the profound stillness of being entirely alone with your own thoughts, your own inner world. In fact, your profound silence, that deep well of inner calm, often articulates a message far more eloquent, far more substantial, and infinitely more profound than the cacophony of most people's incessant noise. And when you do make the conscious decision to speak, people listen intently and attentively, not because you explicitly demand their focus, but rather because your words are meticulously chosen, imbued with deliberate intention, and laden with genuine meaning. You do not speak for the mere sake of being heard, to occupy space with sound. You speak with the sole purpose of being truly understood, of conveying an authentic truth. And this profound level of presence, this unadulterated authenticity, can feel overwhelmingly intense for those who are habitually accustomed to surface-level chatter, to trivial conversations devoid of genuine substance. Your inherent stillness, your profound inner calm, starkly exposes their deeply ingrained need for constant external distraction, their perpetual quest for sensory input to avoid confronting their own internal void. Your unwavering calmness fundamentally challenges their inherent chaos, that pervasive inner turmoil and restless agitation that many individuals experience as their baseline state. And precisely for this reason, some individuals experience a profound sense of unease in your silence, because it compels them, often against their will, to confront the echoing reverberations of their own internal voices, the weight of their own unspoken truths, and the subtle whispers of their unacknowledged anxieties. It is an invitation, or perhaps a confrontation, to an introspection that many prefer to diligently avoid. The 11th revealing sign: you possess no inherent need to prove your worth. There was indeed a time in your life when you did, when you yearned desperately for others to validate your existence, to explicitly confirm your inherent worthiness. But that phase, that era of external validation, has definitively passed. Now your intrinsic value is not a subject that you feel compelled to debate, to argue for, or to justify. It is rather a profound truth that you live, that you embody, in every single fiber of your being. You navigate through life anchored firmly in your own unshakable truth, and that truth requires no external applause, no societal recognition, no external validation whatsoever to exist in its complete and abundant plenitude. You do not engage in competition with anyone, for your focus is singularly and firmly fixed on your own unique purpose, on the profound expansion of your own innate potential. And this profound, quiet confidence, this unshakable inner certainty, inherently generates discomfort in insecure individuals, as they simply cannot fathom or intellectualize how you have achieved such a profound state of self-peace without requiring their explicit permission, without seeking their external validation. They have deeply internalized the pervasive belief that personal worth and value originate from external sources, and your inherent self-sufficiency, your radiant autonomy, fundamentally challenges and ultimately shatters that deeply ingrained narrative. Your very presence serves as a living testament, a silent demonstration of a profound freedom that they themselves have not yet dared to claim for their own. The 12th unequivocal sign: individuals invariably project their own deeply embedded insecurities onto you. It is crucial to understand that this phenomenon is not in any way your fault. However, when an individual is not firmly grounded in their own identity, in their own authentic being, your radiant aura can perhaps ironically be perceived as an existential threat. They may erroneously label you as arrogant, when in reality what you effortlessly radiate is a healthy, well-developed and profound self-assurance. They may erroneously categorize you as too distant or aloof, when in truth, your seemingly detached demeanor is a conscious and discerning act of being highly selective with your precious energy and your sacred connections. Individuals, by their very nature, tend to project their own unresolved wounds, their deepest seated fears and their personal narratives onto others, particularly onto those whose energy they simply cannot comprehend, assimilate, or process. But here lies the fundamental truth that will liberate you. You are unequivocally not responsible for the manner in which others perceive or receive your profound light. Your sole responsibility, your ultimate sacred duty, is to ensure that you do not dim your own light, that you do not dilute your own essence, that you do not allow their projections to make you doubt your own intrinsic luminosity. Their reaction, irrespective of its form, is a profound mirror reflecting their own internal landscape, their own unresolved issues, and not in any way a genuine reflection of your inherent worth or character. The 13th and most powerful sign of all, you are perfectly content with the profound realization that you are not, nor were you ever meant to be, for everyone. This is arguably the most liberating and empowering sign of all. You no longer engage in the futile and self-diminishing act of shrinking your magnificent self, of adjusting your authentic essence, or of diluting your inherent truth to make others feel comfortable in your presence. You have, with profound conviction, embraced the undeniable fact that your energy is not destined to be palatable, agreeable, or easily digestible for everyone. It is, instead, destined to be transformational, to catalyze profound and often uncomfortable shifts within those it touches. And true transformation by its very nature is never a comfortable process. You were never designed to blend seamlessly into the background, to merge with the conventional mass. You were unequivocally created to rise, to awaken, to consciously step into any space, any room, and by your mere presence, to implicitly remind individuals of who they genuinely are at their core, or conversely of who they have been too afraid to become. By this point in your journey of self-discovery, you are undoubtedly beginning to grasp the profound truth that your aura is far more than mere energy. It is in its deepest essence your authentic identity, your unshakable strength, and a profound vibrational frequency that the vast majority of people are simply not yet prepared to match, to integrate, or to comfortably resonate with. When your aura radiates with such formidable power, it is not because you are actively striving to be intimidating or imposing. It is rather the direct and undeniable result of the profound inner work you have diligently undertaken. You have consciously healed old wounds, you have courageously evolved beyond past limitations, and you have, with unwavering resilience, navigated through profound storms and challenges that, far from destroying you, meticulously shaped you, refined you, and ultimately strengthened you. And that particular kind of authentic energy cannot be faked, it cannot be imitated, and it certainly cannot be diluted. It is the pure, unadulterated manifestation of your inherent truth and authenticity. Let us now delve deeper into the pervasive influence of your powerful aura and explore precisely how it profoundly affects the world around you, and why some individuals simply lack the capacity to comfortably handle its inherent intensity. You possess the remarkable ability to challenge the ingrained status quo without even consciously intending to do so. Your mere presence, that potent energetic field you carry, instinctively prompts individuals to question their deeply entrenched habits, their long-held beliefs, and their fundamental mindsets. Why does this phenomenon occur? Because you, unlike the majority, are not merely existing on autopilot, passively drifting through life. You do not blindly follow fleeting trends or societal dictates. Instead, you steadfastly adhere to your profound inner truth, your authentic compass. You do not settle for mediocrity. You relentlessly strive for excellence, for the highest expression of your potential. And that particular kind of energy, imbued with such unwavering purpose and conviction, is inherently disruptive. It shakes people from their complacency. It compels them to engage in a profound and often uncomfortable self-reflection, forcing them to look at themselves with an unvarnished clarity they might otherwise avoid. Some individuals will undoubtedly admire you immensely for this liberating quality, acknowledging your courage and authenticity. Others, however, will harbor deep-seated resentment, as your light inadvertently highlights their own unaddressed limitations or fears. But regardless of their specific reaction, your impact is undeniable, profound, and enduring. You were never destined to walk the well-worn path that everyone else treads. You are diligently carving your own unique lane, forging an authentic and distinct trajectory. And those individuals who are paralyzed by the fear of standing out, who prioritize conformity above all else, will never truly comprehend the profound reasons why you so resolutely refuse to fit in. You live with a deep-seated and unwavering intentionality. The vast majority of people simply drift through life, allowing circumstances and external influences to dictate their course. But you are different. Your steps are meticulously calculated, each movement imbued with conscious purpose. Your words are carefully chosen, each utterance carrying deliberate meaning and weight. Your time, that most precious and finite resource, is vigilantly protected, safeguarded from unproductive drains. You categorically do not surrender your invaluable energy to pursuits or relationships that deplete you. Instead, you consciously invest it in what genuinely fuels your spirit, what truly nourishes your growth and expansion. You unequivocally value profound inner peace above fleeting popularity, meaningful growth above superficial comfort, and authentic purpose above external approval. This profound clarity of self makes your aura simultaneously magnetic and, for some, deeply intimidating. This is because people can instinctively perceive when you possess an absolute and unshakable clarity about who you are at your core, and when you adamantly refuse to be anything less than your authentic self. This unwavering self-definition creates an energetic field that draws in those who resonate with truth, while subtly pushing away those who are still entangled in illusion or pretense. You are unapologetically authentic. You have decisively ceased the self-diminishing act of editing your essence to garner superficial acceptance or approval. You have stopped shrinking your magnificent self so that others might feel larger or more significant in your presence. You have definitively abandoned the exhausting pretense of being someone you are not, simply to squeeze yourself into spaces that were never genuinely meant to contain the fullness of your being. This profound level of self-honesty, this unyielding commitment to your own truth, is exceptionally rare in a world saturated with masks and facades. It is profoundly powerful, and it inherently threatens those who are still living their lives concealed behind an elaborate performance, a carefully constructed illusion. Your raw and unadulterated authenticity inadvertently exposes their act, their pretense, rendering it transparent and ultimately unsustainable. And instead of courageously facing their own truth, their own unaddressed realities, they will often resort to blaming you for being too real, too bold, or too intense. But what they are truly attempting to communicate, perhaps even to themselves, is, "You powerfully remind me of everything I am currently too afraid to be, too afraid to embrace within myself." You are profoundly comfortable in your own solitude. This particular characteristic might just be one of the most underrated yet powerful signs of your potent aura. When your energetic field is truly powerful, you possess no intrinsic need for a crowd to feel validated, to feel seen or acknowledged. You do not require constant external noise or stimulation to feel truly alive and engaged with life. Instead, you discover profound peace, immense nourishment, and deep creative insight within your own presence, within the rich tapestry of your inner world. And this profound comfort in stillness genuinely frightens individuals who simply cannot tolerate being alone with themselves, who actively flee from their own company, unable to confront the silence and their own thoughts. They struggle to comprehend how you can not only survive but actively thrive in solitude, how you can experience profound growth and illumination in silence, and how you can radiate with such undeniable brilliance without the constant need for external attention or affirmation. But that, precisely, is your superpower. It is the undeniable evidence that you are entirely self-sourced. You do not rely on external energy, on the validation or presence of others to feel complete or fulfilled. You are already whole, already complete, already abundant in your very essence. You did not simply awaken one day magically imbued with a powerful aura. You earned it. You earned it through profound heartbreaks from which you had to diligently heal, often in profound solitude. You earned it through fierce internal battles that no one else knew you were fighting, struggles waged in the quiet confines of your own spirit. You earned it, painstakingly, every single time you chose to keep showing up, to persist, to push forward, when the path of quitting or capitulating would have been immeasurably easier. And now, that luminous light within you is undeniably radiant, profoundly magnetic, fiercely unapologetic, and yes, unequivocally too much for some to handle. But that, ultimately, is not your problem. That is not your burden to bear. This concluding segment serves as your unequivocal reminder to protect your invaluable energy, to profoundly honor your extraordinary growth, and to confidently own your inherent power with unwavering grace. You no longer find yourself in a position where you must beg for belonging. There was indeed a time in your life when you yearned desperately to be accepted, when you consciously dimmed your own radiant light to seamlessly fit into societal norms or expectations. You remained silent even when your truth yearned to be spoken, in a misguided attempt to preserve a superficial sense of peace or harmony. But now, you have reached a profound and liberating realization, a truth as clear as crystal. Any place, any relationship, any environment that demands you to shrink your magnificent essence, that asks you to diminish your true self, is quite simply not a place worthy of your continued presence. Your aura no longer seeks permission. It simply manifests, asserts its presence. And those individuals who genuinely resonate with your unique vibrational frequency will recognize you immediately, as if by an unspoken code, without any need for explanation or justification. They will not ask you to lower the tone of your light, to diminish your brilliance. On the contrary, they will wholeheartedly celebrate your luminosity, reveling in the radiance you bring. You no longer chase spaces or opportunities, you actively create them, cultivating environments that align with your highest truth. You possess the profound capacity to walk away without guilt. An authentically powerful aura inherently comes hand in hand with clearly defined boundaries, and the act of setting these boundaries is not a manifestation of harshness or unkindness. It is rather a profound act of unvarnished honesty with what your soul in its evolved state can no longer tolerate or accommodate. You have meticulously learned to walk away from chaos, from confusion, and from any situation or relationship that exacts the high cost of your inner peace. And here lies an undeniable truth. The more potent and expanded your energy becomes, the more sacred and protected your personal space must inherently be. You are not rude, you are exquisitely refined in your discernment. You are not cold, you are unequivocally clear in your intentions, your values, and your energetic boundaries. And yes, those individuals who once derived benefit from your previous lack of boundaries, from your past inability to enforce them, will undoubtedly label your personal growth as selfish. Allow them to project their own limitations and unmet needs, because you have finally grasped the profound distinction between being superficially nice at the expense of your true self and being genuinely noble to your own spirit, honoring your deepest, most authentic truth. You inspire without any conscious intention. You do not actively strive to impress people, to win their favor through overt efforts. You inspire them simply by being authentically real, by embodying your unvarnished truth. Your unwavering resilience in the face of adversity powerfully demonstrates to others what is genuinely possible when one chooses strength over surrender. Your very presence, that potent energetic field you carry, subtly grants people permission to believe in themselves, to tap into their own inherent potential. You are living proof that darkness, that periods of profound challenge or suffering, do not have to define you. Instead, they can paradoxically refine you, honing your spirit and shaping you into a more robust, more insightful version of yourself. You walk through life with visible scars, but you wear them not as symbols of shame, but as profound medals of honor, testaments to battles bravely fought and overcome. You speak with a deep, resonant wisdom, because pain in its rawest form taught you invaluable lessons that mere intellect could never impart, and whether you consciously realize it or not, your energy inherently shifts the very atmosphere of rooms, of spaces, of conversations. You do not merely exist. You profoundly elevate the energetic frequency of those around you. Your aura in its purest essence is a mirror. For some, your energy will be a balm, a source of profound healing and solace. For others, it will be a trigger, a catalyst that brings their own unaddressed issues to the surface. Why this duality? Because your aura reflects to individuals what they truly are at their core, or, conversely, what they fear they will never become. What they are most resistant to confronting within themselves. Stand tall. Your radiant light is not destined to make everyone feel comfortable or at ease. It is, instead, destined to awaken the world, to stir consciousness, to prompt humanity towards a higher state of awareness. A final, crucial thought: remain unapologetically you. Do not, under any circumstance, lower the tone of your essence. Do not hide your brilliance. Do not shrink your magnificent self to accommodate the discomfort of others. You were not fashioned to seamlessly blend in with the background. You were inherently designed to stand out, to radiate your unique luminescence. Your aura is not for the faint of heart, for those who shy away from truth or intensity. It is for the bold, for the healed, for the awakened souls who are ready to embrace authenticity. And if that profound intensity, that unyielding truth, proves to be too much for some individuals, then allow them graciously to depart. Their absence is not a loss. It is, unequivocally, a profound sign that your frequency is evolving, that your energetic blueprint is expanding, and that you are consciously creating sacred space for something infinitely greater, something far more aligned with your highest purpose. Because a truly powerful aura does not humbly ask for permission to exist or to exert its influence. It commands respect simply by the undeniable fact of its being. You are not here to be comprehended by every single individual you encounter. You are here to be deeply felt, to be profoundly experienced by the right ones, by those souls who are truly ready to receive your authentic light. Your aura is not too much. It is, in its perfect resonance, precisely enough for those who are prepared. 3. Embrace its transformative power. So walk boldly, walk gently, and never under any circumstance apologize for the formidable authentic power that resides intrinsically within you. Your light is not a threat to others. It is profoundly a mirror, and only those courageous enough to squarely face their own reflection will ever truly see and genuinely appreciate you. The unyielding resonance of an unbreakable aura. When your aura attains such formidable magnitude, its influence transcends mere personal perception to become an active force that fundamentally reshapes the environments and relationships within its sphere. This isn't merely about how you feel internally, it's about the expansive ripple effect your very presence generates, an echo that deeply resonates within the collective psyche of those around you. This fifth dimension of your power manifests in a series of phenomena that, while subtle to the untrained eye, are profoundly palpable to those with a developed energetic sensitivity. People often experience a disruption in their own energetic zoning when interacting with you, an unconscious recalibration triggered by the sheer coherence and density of your auric field. It's as if the universe, through your being, is gently correcting deviations, subtly pushing towards greater authenticity and alignment. This correction can be uncomfortable, even painful for those living in dissonance, forcing an unwelcome introspection that is nonetheless vital for their own growth. Your presence acts as a silent catalyst, an implicit invitation to self-truth that many choose to resist, creating a fascinating push-pull dynamic that constantly plays out around you. At this level of potency, your aura naturally evolves into a beacon of integrity. You intrinsically attract individuals who are desperately seeking that very same integrity in their own lives, even if they can't quite define it or articulate how to find it. They seek you out as an anchor in a turbulent sea of uncertainty, intuitively sensing in you a profound solidity that they acutely lack within themselves. However, this very quality can also prove to be profoundly overwhelming for those who remain ensnared in deeply ingrained patterns of inauthenticity or pretense. They feel acutely exposed, their carefully constructed masks become transparent under the piercing clarity of your light, and the glaring discrepancy between their true self and their superficial facade becomes unbearably evident, almost physically uncomfortable. This exposure is never an act of aggression on your part, but rather a natural, unavoidable consequence of your unfiltered truth, of your unconscious refusal to participate in or acknowledge any form of pretense or deception. The occasional rejection you might experience is rarely directed at you as a person. Instead, it is directed at the unflinching mirror you inadvertently offer them, a stark reflection of the profound changes they need to embrace, but are too afraid to confront. Your aura, in its pure state, does not judge. It merely reveals. Your inherent capacity to influence the emotional climate of any room is truly astonishing. You walk in, and the very atmosphere shifts. Conversations which might have been superficial deepen, underlying tensions either dissipate with surprising ease or escalate to the point of necessary confrontation. You function as an emotional barometer, and your energy effortlessly reveals the underlying psychological and emotional temperatures that others diligently attempt to conceal. This remarkable ability stems from the fact that a powerful aura doesn't merely radiate, It also deeply absorbs and processes energetic information at a profound level, effectively acting as a central relay station that amplifies hidden truths and brings them to the surface. You possess no need for overt manipulation or conscious control. Your very existence, your intrinsic presence, fundamentally provokes an energetic readjustment within the collective field. In this intricate process, you will often observe how people feel inexplicably more comfortable being vulnerable with you, opening their hearts and sharing intimate truths in ways they would never dare with others. Conversely, you will also notice those who recoil further, closing themselves off even more, actively resisting the authenticity you inadvertently inspire, because their deep-seated fear of vulnerability proves to be more potent than their inherent yearning for genuine connection. It is a fascinating dichotomy. Your presence is a powerful magnet for truth, yet simultaneously a strong repellent for self-deception and emotional avoidance. Another fundamental aspect of your aura is its crucial role as an activator of the collective shadow. In a world where the vast majority of individuals prefer to reside in the superficial glow of perceived light, diligently avoiding any deep dive into their own internal depths, your aura spontaneously transforms into an unconscious catalyst for the direct confrontation of what has been repressed. This phenomenon is not a deliberate action on your part, but rather a natural side effect of your own profound shadow integration. By having diligently undertaken your own arduous inner work, by having courageously embraced your own perceived imperfections and meticulously transformed them into profound wisdom, you project an energetic field that, for others, starkly highlights their own unintegrated aspects, their unacknowledged flaws, and their hidden fears. It's as if you carry an energetic lie detector, but the detector in its entirety is simply you, operating in your authentic wholeness. People may find themselves inexplicably irritated by your presence for no apparent reason, inaccurately attribute intentions to you that you do not possess, or even overtly attempt to project their own unresolved shortcomings directly onto you. This intricate dance is a clear manifestation of their own repressed shadow reacting intensely to your uninhibited light. Your energetic coherence, your unwavering internal alignment, inadvertently compels them to confront their own inherent incoherence, which predictably generates a profound and unsettling discomfort. This specific phenomenon serves as an unequivocal sign that your aura is not merely an expression of your unique being, but also a formidable tool of transformation for the collective, even if the initial reaction from that collective is one of intense resistance and emotional turmoil. Your powerful aura also serves as a sophisticated authenticity radar. You possess an innate and unparalleled ability to discern truth from falsehood in individuals with astonishing speed and accuracy. Words can be cleverly deceptive, gestures can be meticulously rehearsed, but the inherent energetic resonance of a human being fundamentally never lies. Your auric field is so remarkably clear and unobstructed that it acts as a natural discerning filter, allowing only what is truly genuine to permeate its boundaries. This profound capability empowers you to establish and maintain boundaries with an effortless ease that profoundly confuses many, as you require no lengthy explanations, no exhaustive justifications, and no prolonged debates. You simply know with an unshakable inner certainty when something is not genuinely for you, when an individual is not operating from a place of true authenticity, and your energy intuitively adjusts itself accordingly, creating an invisible yet impenetrable energetic barrier. People quickly realize that they cannot manipulate you, nor can they engage in disingenuous games with you. They will invariably attempt their usual tactics, but these will simply rebound harmlessly against your unyielding energetic field, leaving them utterly perplexed and, more often than not, deeply frustrated. This is not a conscious strategy on your part, but rather a profound manifestation of your energetic sovereignty. Your aura inherently emits a clear, unmistakable signal. Here resides truth and unwavering integrity, and anything that does not align with these core principles simply cannot anchor itself within this sacred space. This acutely sharp discernment, while serving as an invaluable shield, can also be a source of profound isolation, as the circle of individuals with whom you can genuinely connect on a deep, meaningful level often drastically shrinks, compelling you to unequivocally accept that the unparalleled quality of your connections is infinitely more valuable than their sheer quantity. The profound interplay of personal vibration and environmental energetics, The continuous manifestation of an immensely potent aura isn't confined solely to individual human reactions. It extends profoundly to a complex and dynamic interaction with the very energetic infrastructure of the environment itself. Your unique vibration doesn't merely influence people, it also possesses the remarkable capacity to alter the inherent dynamics of specific locations, to shift the prevailing atmosphere of events, and to subtly influence the fluidity of collective situations. You may have intuitively noticed how the energetic quality of a space seems to spontaneously clear itself, or conversely to inexplicably densify upon your entry or departure. This fascinating phenomenon occurs because your aura is not a static entity, it is rather a vibrant dynamic field that emits a consistently dominant frequency. In doing so, it inherently tends to either elevate the vibrational frequency of its surroundings, or to starkly reveal any pre-existing dissonance or energetic stagnation. It operates as a passive energetic purifier, an inherent capacity of your field to either harmonize discordant energies or to expose the underlying incongruity that was already present. Within this process, spaces that were previously laden with negative or heavy energies may suddenly feel perceptibly lighter and more expansive, while those that deceptively feign the superficial peace might, under the influence of your energy, reveal a deep-seated underlying tension that was previously masked. This profound effect is never an intentional feat on your part, but rather the natural and unavoidable consequence of your own intrinsic inner alignment, effectively acting as a cosmic resonator that simply is, emanating its truth without effort. This intrinsic capacity to profoundly alter the energetic ambience of an environment extends seamlessly to group interactions. In business meetings, spirited discussions, social gatherings, or even within professional work settings, your very presence can catalyze a significant shift in group dynamics, often leading directly to a heightened state of honesty or, when necessary, to a healthy and productive confrontation. Where previously there might have been pervasive passivity, unspoken tension, or deliberate evasion of uncomfortable truths, your energetic field can generate a subtle but powerful imperative for decisive action or for the revelation of hidden agendas. Superficial conversation, devoid of true substance, naturally deepen long-simmering, latent conflicts. Previously suppressed, gently yet firmly emerge to the surface, not with the intention of causing your personal detriment, but rather to be finally and constructively addressed by the collective. You serve as an agent of collective truth, a luminous beacon that courageously illuminates the hidden corners and veiled aspects that the majority of individuals in their discomfort prefer to keep shrouded in darkness. This often results in you finding yourself, perhaps frequently, at the epicenter of pivotal moments or unexpected revelations, not because you actively seek out drama or conflict, but precisely because your energy inherently facilitates and draws forth such truth-revealing processes. This pervasive influence is not rooted in manipulation or control. Instead, it is a direct consequence of your elevation of collective frequency, subtly yet firmly compelling the group to operate on a plane of greater transparency, authenticity, and energetic integrity. Some individuals within the group will undoubtedly express immense gratitude for the profound clarity that this process brings forth, while others conversely will feel profoundly exposed and will actively resist this newfound transparency, choosing instead to cling tightly to the comforting veil of illusion and denial. Your aura, by virtue of its immense potency, also functions as a sophisticated detector of others' comfort zones. Every individual possesses an inherent energetic and emotional comfort threshold, a meticulously constructed safe space where they feel adequately protected from challenging truths or discomforting realities. Your energy, by operating on an unwavering frequency of unshakable authenticity, inevitably pushes against these established thresholds, subtly yet powerfully inviting others to courageously transcend their own self-imposed limitations and energetic boundaries. This gentle yet firm energetic push is, in its essence, a profound invitation to growth, though it is frequently perceived by those receiving it as a direct threat to their established sense of security. This is precisely why individuals may experience an inexplicable sense of discomfort in your presence, even if they lack the verbal articulation to explain why they feel this way. Subconsciously, their energetic system profoundly recognizes a powerful signal that their meticulously constructed safe box is actively being challenged, its boundaries being tested. They do not seek your judgment, Rather, they crave the comforting familiarity of their established patterns, and you, by your very being, represent the unsettling unknown, the very frontier of their necessary growth and expansion. This specific reaction therefore serves as a powerful validation of your profound transformative impact. Your very existence, in its authentic expression, inherently acts as a clear call to evolution for others, even if their initial and visceral response is one of strong resistance or fear. In the intricate realm of relationships, your aura consistently generates a natural filtering effect. Superficial or inauthentic connections simply lack the energetic coherence and depth to sustain themselves within your potent energetic field in the long term. It is as if your vibration possesses an inherent threshold of tolerance for falsehood or superficiality, and anything that falls below that specific threshold is gently yet firmly propelled outside of your immediate energetic orbit. This means that friendships or relationships built upon complacency, subtle deception, or unhealthy dependence will inevitably either gracefully fade away or undergo a profound transformation into something far more authentic and genuinely reciprocal. If such a metamorphosis is even energetically possible, this filtering process can at times feel profoundly isolating, as your immediate circle of connections may perceptibly shrink and become significantly more selective. However, what you may perceive as a loss in sheer quantity, you gain exponentially in unparalleled quality. The connections that unequivocally remain are those that possess the intrinsic capacity to sustain the profound intensity of your truth, those that genuinely value depth and authenticity over fleeting superficiality. This profound filtering process is an inherent protection of your energy, a sophisticated self-preservation mechanism that rigorously ensures that only what genuinely nourishes and elevates your spirit remains firmly anchored within your life. Embracing this powerful truth is profoundly liberating. You are not destined to retain every connection you encounter, but rather to cultivate deep, meaningful, and authentically reciprocal bonds with those who truly vibrate at your precise frequency. Finally, your potent aura subtly yet powerfully transforms you into a silent master of energetic self-discipline, without any inherent need to overtly teach, to preach, or to provide explicit instruction. Your very lifestyle, your unwavering focus on intentionality, your profound commitment to continuous personal growth, and your capacity to consistently maintain inner peace amidst external chaos serves as an implicit yet profoundly impactful model for others. Your resilience to distraction, your unwavering focus on your core purpose, and your remarkable ability to cultivate and sustain inner calm, even in the midst of profound turmoil, are not theoretical concepts. They are living, breathing lessons. Individuals who observe your journey may feel profoundly inspired to adopt more conscious practices in their own lives, to meticulously care for their own energetic well-being, and to actively seek a greater sense of coherence and alignment within their own existence. You do not embark upon this path with the deliberate intention of being an example or a mentor. You do it simply because it is the natural, authentic way in which you operate and embody your truth. This profound indirect impact is one of the most significant manifestations of a powerful aura. You do not merely transform your own life, but by extension you subtly yet powerfully sow seeds of transformative change within the collective energetic field, implicitly inviting others to awaken to their own inherent potential and to courageously live with a far greater sense of intentionality and authenticity. Your very existence therefore becomes a silent guiding beacon towards a more fulfilling, more purposeful, and profoundly more authentic life, illuminating the path for those who are earnestly seeking their own journey toward truth and inner power. The resonant power of unshakable inner calm. Beyond the overt manifestation of a powerful aura, there exists a profound quality that, though often overlooked in its deceptive simplicity, wields an equally transformative force: unshakable inner calm. This isn't a passive tranquility born of inaction or indifference. Rather, it is a deeply rooted, active serenity, meticulously forged within the crucible of profound self-awareness and a radical acceptance of the multifaceted human experience. It stands as the culmination of an arduous personal journey, the seamless integration of life's most challenging lessons, and the unwavering capacity to navigate through tumultuous internal storms without ever losing sight of the fundamental anchor of one's own intrinsic truth. Those individuals who genuinely embody this profound inner calm serve as steadfast lighthouses of stability, in an increasingly volatile and unpredictable world, and their influence, while often operating silently and without fanfare, is undeniably palpable and profoundly impactful on those around them. This remarkable quality first manifests as a stabilizing presence. When an individual imbued with unshakable calm enters a space, a subtle yet perceptible energetic deceleration occurs. The prevailing sense of haste, the frantic pace of activity often perceptibly diminishes. The incessant mental chatter that often plagues individuals quiets, and quite frequently, any palpable tension that lingered in the atmosphere noticeably dissipates. They possess no intrinsic need to utter a single word, or to make an overt declaration to achieve this profound effect. Their very energetic field radiates a consistent frequency of equilibrium that, entirely by its natural resonance, gently induces others to relax their own perpetually overstressed nervous systems. Conversations within their vicinity become more deliberate, imbued with greater thoughtfulness. Decisions, whether personal or collective, are made with a more measured and considered approach. For those who are accustomed to living in a perpetual state of inner agitation, of constant mental and emotional turmoil, this profound calm can initially be deeply disorienting. It's as if their own inherent restlessness encounters an unyielding, immovable barrier, compelling them, perhaps uncomfortably, to confront the stark contrast between their internal chaos and the serene tranquility that your presence inherently represents. This often unwelcome confrontation can generate a significant degree of discomfort, even active resistance. But simultaneously, it subtly plants a profound seed of possibility, the realization that there exists an entirely different mode of existence, one anchored not in perpetual hurriedness, but in a deep, abiding stillness. It serves as an unspoken invitation to relinquish the illusion of absolute control and to place a deeper trust in the natural flow of life's unfolding. Secondly, unshakable inner calm functions as a powerful amplifier of profound, deep listening. An individual who is deeply anchored in this unwavering serenity doesn't merely listen with their auditory senses, they listen with the totality of their very being. Their attentive and centered presence meticulously creates a profound space of psychological and emotional safety, where others feel genuinely heard, truly understood, and completely free from any perceived judgment. This receptive, non-judgmental listening does not seek to interrupt, to offer unsolicited advice, or to prematurely judge the speaker. It simply and powerfully holds the sacred space for authentic expression to unfold. As a direct result, individuals often find themselves sharing their deepest truths, their most profound vulnerabilities, and their most intimate fears with you. Not because you explicitly ask them to, but precisely because your pervasive calm subtly allows them to access and express their own inherent authenticity. This is a remarkably powerful form of service and genuine human connection, where your unwavering serenity transforms into a potent catalyst for the unearthing and revelation of truth within others. However, this profound capacity for deep listening can also be deeply overwhelming for those who are habitually accustomed to the superficiality of typical social interactions, or for those who harbor a deep-seated fear of genuine emotional intimacy. They will feel profoundly seen, observed at a depth that they may simply not be prepared to comfortably manage, and they may paradoxically retreat for the very same reason that others are drawn closer. Your unvarnished authenticity serves 44 as an implicit invitation for them to be equally authentic, a challenge they may not yet be ready to accept. Thirdly, this profound calm translates directly into an imperturbable clarity of purpose. Individuals who diligently cultivate a deep and abiding inner serenity are not easily swayed or derailed by external distractions, by the often harsh winds of criticism, or by the intoxicating allure of applause. Their decisions emanate from a place of quiet, discerning wisdom and unwavering internal conviction, rather than from impulsive reactions, fleeting external pressures, or a desperate quest for external validation. This remarkable resistance to inconstancy transforms them into seemingly unstoppable forces, uniquely capable of maintaining their chosen course even when the external world convulses in chaos and uncertainty. Their focus is so remarkably sharp, so precisely honed, that it inspires a tacit, unspoken confidence in those who surround them, even if those observers do not fully comprehend the intricate methodology behind their actions. For those who perpetually struggle with pervasive indecision or chronic energetic dispersion, the crystal-clear vision of a person embodying unshakable calm can be simultaneously profoundly inspiring and deeply challenging. It powerfully demonstrates to them what extraordinary achievements are genuinely possible when the mind resides in a state of profound peace and when one's core purpose is unequivocally clear, but it also starkly highlights their own persistent internal struggles to attain that same level of coherence and internal alignment. This unique quality serves as a powerful reminder that true strength does not reside in rigid inflexibility, but rather in the profound flexibility and adaptable resilience born from an unmovable centered core. Furthermore, the cultivation of unshakable inner calm provides an unparalleled vantage point for perceiving underlying energetic currents that remain invisible to the hurried or agitated mind. Those anchored in this deep serenity develop a heightened sensitivity to the subtle shifts in atmosphere, to the unspoken tensions in a room, or to the genuine intentions hidden beneath words. This translates into an intuitive foresight, an ability to anticipate challenges or opportunities long before they manifest explicitly. You're not predicting the future in a mystical sense, but rather reading the energetic blueprints that are already in motion. This profound perceptual clarity allows you to navigate complex situations with a remarkable grace and effectiveness, making choices that often appear prescient to others. For those operating solely on surface-level information or reactive impulses, your capacity to move with such foresight can be perplexing, even unsettling, as it challenges their belief in the unpredictable nature of reality. Your calm allows you to access a deeper layer of understanding, revealing the interconnectedness of events and the subtle influences at play. This isn't about being aloof or detached, it's about being profoundly connected to the pulse of life, perceiving the intricate web of cause and effect with a serene objectivity that most cannot achieve amidst the noise and chaos. Finally, unshakable inner calm fosters a silent yet profoundly magnetic form of leadership. People are drawn to follow you not because of your dazzling charisma, your grandiloquent promises, or your overt displays of power, but because of the innate, unassuming authority that effortlessly emanates from your unwavering serenity. You project an intrinsic sense of security and profound wisdom that inspires deep trust, even in the midst of severe crises or moments of intense uncertainty. You possess no need to impose your will through force or aggressive assertion. Your very presence serves as a subtle yet powerful invitation to alignment, a natural draw towards a more centered and coherent path. You are uniquely capable of making exceptionally difficult decisions with a remarkable equanimity that often astounds those around you, precisely because your profound calm allows you to see far beyond the debilitating grip of fear and the reactive impulses that often cloud judgment. This powerful quality not only empowers you to lead with exceptional effectiveness, but also crucially elevates the collective level of consciousness of those whom you guide, implicitly encouraging them to discover and cultivate their own profound inner calm and inherent wisdom. Your leadership transcends mere objective attainment. It is fundamentally about modeling a profound way of being that inspires deep personal growth, fosters unwavering resilience, and cultivates a sense of genuine peace even amidst external challenges. This serves as the magnificent culmination of a life lived with profound intentionality, where every single challenge encountered has been embraced as a sacred opportunity. Delve deeper into that essential inner quietude, that core of unwavering stillness, which ultimately blossoms into your greatest intrinsic strength and your most profound, life-altering gift to the world. Energetic reciprocity and the unseen contracts we form, beyond the explicit agreements and verbal affirmations that govern our daily interactions, there exists a profound and often unrecognized layer of human connection, the realm of energetic reciprocity and the unseen contracts we implicitly form with others. Every exchange, every shared space, every sustained thought directed towards another individual or group creates an energetic thread, weaving a subtle yet powerful tapestry of influence and obligation. These aren't legally binding documents or spoken promises, but rather subconscious agreements forged in the crucible of expectation, intention, and emotional investment. Understanding these unseen contracts is crucial for navigating relationships with clarity, protecting your energy, and cultivating a life of authentic alignment. Just as a powerful aura emanates outward, these contracts govern the subtle energetic currents flowing both to and from you, determining where your vital life force is invested and what kind of energetic returns you receive. This concept manifests, first and foremost, in the dynamic of energetic giving and receiving. Many individuals operate from a place of chronic energetic imbalance, either perpetually giving without replenishment or constantly taking without contributing meaningfully. A healthy unseen contract is built on mutual energetic respect and balanced exchange. When you consistently give your time, emotional labor, or mental focus without receiving a commensurate energetic return, whether it's appreciation, support, genuine connection, or simply an acknowledgement of your efforts, an imbalance forms. This imbalance is the foundation of an unhealthy unseen contract, where your energy is being siphoned off without conscious consent. Conversely, if you are perpetually taking without contributing, you are forming an unseen contract that eventually leads to energetic debt, manifesting as feelings of guilt, superficial connections, or a nagging sense of emptiness. Recognizing these imbalances requires a keen awareness of your own energetic output intake, pushing you to ask, is this exchange truly reciprocal, or am I consistently operating from a place of deficit or surplus? This self-inquiry is vital for reclaiming your energetic sovereignty and dissolving contracts that no longer serve your highest good. Secondly, unseen contracts are profoundly shaped by implicit expectations. Every time you enter a relationship, whether personal or professional, you carry with you a set of unspoken expectations about how you will be treated, what you will contribute, and what you anticipate receiving. These expectations, when uncommunicated or unacknowledged, become powerful terms in the unseen contract. For instance, if you consistently anticipate that you must be the strong one for a friend or the problem solver for a family member, you are implicitly agreeing to an unseen contract where you bear a disproportionate energetic load. Similarly, if you expect others to always cater to your needs without expressing them, you are forming an unseen contract that sets you up for disappointment and resentment. The power of these implicit terms lies in their invisibility. They operate beneath the surface of conscious thought, yet dictate emotional responses and relationship dynamics. To dissolve these contracts, one must bring these expectations into conscious awareness, challenging their validity and exploring whether they truly align with your current values and boundaries. This often involves the courageous act of verbalizing these expectations, transforming the unseen into the explicit, and renegotiating the terms of the energetic agreement. Thirdly, these unseen contracts profoundly dictate the boundaries of emotional labor and responsibility. In many relationships, individuals unconsciously absorb emotional burdens that are not inherently theirs to carry, or they take on responsibilities that rightly belong to others. This often happens out of a desire to help, to maintain peace, or to avoid conflict. However, each instance of unsolicited emotional labor or assumed responsibility adds a clause to an unseen contract, creating a precedent where you become the default recipient or problem solver. For example, consistently being the sole listener for a friend's recurring complaints without them seeking solutions, or perpetually mediating family disputes, establishes an unseen agreement that depletes your emotional reserves. Recognizing these patterns requires a vigilant awareness of where your emotional energy is consistently flowing and whether it is truly reciprocated. The dissolution of such contracts involves the courageous act of gently yet firmly redirecting responsibility back to its rightful owner, setting clear energetic boundaries and acknowledging that your capacity for support has limits. This process, while potentially triggering initial discomfort in others, is essential for preserving your emotional well-being and fostering healthier, more balanced relationship dynamics where emotional burdens are shared equitably rather than disproportionately borne. Furthermore, unseen contracts are deeply interwoven with patterns of validation and attention. Many individuals unconsciously enter into agreements where their sense of self-worth becomes dependent on external validation or attention from specific people. If your self-esteem is tied to a partner's praise, a boss's approval, or a friend's consistent presence, you've implicitly signed an unseen contract that dictates your emotional state based on their actions. This creates an energetic vulnerability, as your internal well-being is outsourced to external sources. When this external validation is withdrawn, the contract is breached, leading to feelings of emptiness, anxiety, or unworthiness. Dissolving these contracts involves a profound internal shift, cultivating self-validation and self-acceptance, recognizing that your inherent worth is not contingent upon external approval. This requires conscious effort to detach your sense of value from others' perceptions and to build an internal reservoir of self-esteem. As you strengthen this internal foundation, the unseen contracts based on external validation naturally begin to weaken and dissolve, leading to a profound sense of inner freedom and resilience, making you less susceptible to the energetic fluctuations of others' opinions or moods. Finally, the ultimate power of understanding unseen contracts lies in your ability to consciously renegotiate or dissolve them. This process begins with radical self-awareness, identifying who you are in energetic contract with, what the implicit terms are, and how these agreements are impacting your well-being. Are you consistently feeling drained by a particular relationship despite no overt conflict? It's likely an unseen contract of imbalance. Are you always the one initiating contact, carrying conversations, or providing solutions? An unseen contract of disproportionate effort. Once identified, renegotiation isn't always about a direct confrontation, though sometimes it is. More often it's about shifting your energetic contribution, changing your habitual responses, and setting new, clearer boundaries. It might mean saying no more often, offering support differently, or simply withdrawing your energetic investment from interactions that consistently deplete you. For contracts deeply ingrained, such as those with family members or long-term partners, this can be challenging, as others may resist the change in dynamic. However, your commitment to your energetic integrity is paramount. Dissolving these contracts is not about abandoning people, but about releasing yourself from agreements that no longer serve your growth or mutual well-being. It's an act of profound self-love and self-preservation, allowing you to reclaim your vital energy and invest it in relationships and pursuits that truly align with your authentic self and contribute to a life of genuine reciprocity and thriving.